everyone. You love the music, now be a part of the movement. Press Play is building a home for artists and fans just like you, and now you can help shape it. All you gotta do is go to pressplay.me and grab you some merch and wear it really loud and really proud, and of course buy it for everybody you know. And know that you're helping musicians and music stay real, independent, and alive. And here's something really special. You can send a personal message to the artist of your choice. If we've done an interview with them, you have an opportunity to write them a note. You can write them a small message, or you can write them a whole letter, and it will go directly to them. Just click the link on any of our interviews, write from the heart, and let your voice be heard. So tune in, rock with us, and press play. Get the gear, send the love. Music lives when the fans do.
Hey everybody, welcome to Press Play Conversations. I am the Don, and with me is Tina, who is the CEO of Press Play, who we're all a part of.
Hello.
And Dean Baldwin, who you can hear on 3 channels on Sirius XM. Classic Rewind, Deep Tracks,
You
Classic
listen
Vinyl.
hard enough.
What's that?
Said you can listen in your sleep if you hear them in your sleep if you listen hard enough.
You can. Right? It's just great to down on the road go like, I know that guy. I talk to him all the time. And we got Tyler Reese Tritt here again. Hi, Tyler.
Hello. Thank you. I'm so glad to be back.
You've been, and I'm so happy that you've got, I've been listening to your music. And first off, you did a single. Now, this isn't going to be part of the release coming out. You did a song called You Lost Me.
Yes, I did.
Right? And that's not going to be on the new record.
It will be,
out, right?
Yes. You Lost Me will be on the EP. So every song.
Oh, it will be?
It will be. Every song I've released since You Lost Me, which You Lost Me was the first one at the beginning of this year. Every song I've released since then is kind of like a lead up and giving each song its chance in the spotlight before throwing them all on an EP.
I love that. That's our modern era today. Exactly. Is you can release almost every song as a single and then just put it together all buttoned up in a package, exactly. Right? Well, what I love about You Lost Me is I think that's the beauty, and I think you probably have the tradition of what I love about country music especially is songs will have double meanings. Like when I had on Anderson, Rose Garden, that song, The Rose Garden, yeah. And her mom. I was talking to the curator and about the mom, and they had songs like I'm Looking for a Husband, but it was all about looking for him in a bar, not like she was looking for one, right? So like a song like You Lost Me is because it's like you didn't lose me, you lost me, or I didn't lose you, you lost me, is the play on the words. And I love that. And it's just, you sound so mature now too, like in your writing and your vocals. You're really bringing it home. But I love that song.
Thank you so much.
Did you write? Is that all you as a songwriter? That's
actually written by Matt McClure, who is a producer. He's been producing everything except You Lost Me. You Lost Me, that was produced by Chris Sly, and him and Matt actually wrote that song together. And he pitched it to me a while ago, and I kind of just let it sit. And, as it goes with songs or as it goes in life, it was hitting me emotionally because it was similar to what was going on in life. So I was like, oh my gosh, like I absolutely relate to this. The more I listened to it, the more I could hear me singing it. And I won't cut an outside song unless I feel like I myself could have wrote it. And that's exactly how I felt when I heard this song. I was like, oh my gosh, you have to give the song to me.
I love that. And that the EP that'll be coming out here, I'll pull up my notes here. So Wild at Heart is the name of the EP.
Yes.
And so I think that's the thing is the title Wild at Heart, the phrase, what made you call that the EP? When you think about a collection of songs, why Wild at Heart?
Well, we were trying to figure out, it's the first EP. What are we trying to say? What are we trying to let everyone know about me? What are all the songs together? It's this is basically my introduction as an artist. I mean, yes, I put out singles, but everyone knows, your EP is kind of like your big stepping into. And when I just thought about me, like, what is it that everyone knows? Like when they're around me, like all my friends, everyone says they're like, we love Tyler. She's the fun girl, she's the wild girl. Like I'm the one, like you don't got to twist my arm, put a gun to my head. I'm ready. If you say you're ready, literally, I'm there for a good time always. So, that just, and dad and everyone, they're like, you're just wild. So I was like, wild at heart. I am wild at heart. So I felt like it tied it all up in a perfect little bow. So
Mhm. What it's like to be young and 27. Yeah. Yeah, girl, you go.
Well, it leads to an interesting question, Tyler. Not to put the future too much in the past, but do you ever think you could be domesticated?
they've tried. I mean, they've tried.
Saying like a housewife at home with kids, you know what I mean?
Like I've always, like, aside from my having a career, I love children. I'm a huge, like, kids, babies. My mom will even get so frustrated because if we're out in public, like random kids will just come up to me, like, gravitate towards me. And my ex and everyone used to joke, they're like, it's because it's like a Disney princess aura or something that you give off. I'm like, oh well, thank you. But I love babies, I love children. So of course one day I'd love to see myself, becoming a wife and a mother, but it would have to be for the right person, because it can't just anybody tame all this crazy. It's going to take a special. It's going to take a special kind of tough. They're going to have to be tough because I got a mouth on me. I talk back and I don't listen. So
But wasn't it Loretta Lynn that definitely showed you can live in both worlds. You can excel in both home life.
home life and the career, and so many other women have proved that too, like Carrie Underwood, like, everyone has proved you can have the best of both. You can, get married, have the kids, have the career, do it all. And I mean, if that's what my future looks like, I would not be complaining in the slightest.
Have you heard how is the like Don and I've talked to Sass Jordan a lot. Sass and I've talked about this an awful lot. Even back in the 90s, she shared stories about when she was pregnant and how she was still, felt the pressure of running all over the place. You got to run to this interview and go to that tour. And even, running to the hospital at the last minute and then leaving the hospital to go do a show. Is the industry still like that with female artists? Have you heard from other artists yet?
I mean, it's definitely pretty demanding, but I think nowadays, like, we have more of a say. Like, I really feel like they listen more now and respect, if we say we're tired, or we're sick, or I'm pregnant, is a whole different kind of, you know, that's crazy in itself. Like, yeah, I would imagine that the industry has to be much more lenient now than they were back then. Like, okay, we understand, we can give you the break that you need.
Yeah, she shared some of the stories with me, and I was like, "You gotta be kidding me! That's
It
insane."
was demanding. Just some stories, like my dad tells me, it was so much more demanding back then. It's crazy.
What do you think the change is? Like, it's through the years. Like, I mean, you probably saw a little bit of what your dad went through, and now you know that you're going through it. What do you see as the change that has made it less hectic?
I don't know if it's social media or just like the modern, just where we're at. I really couldn't say what it is. I mean, I'm grateful for it, that they're more attentive and, just listening. Um, but yeah, I don't know what the shift in that would be, because just hearing stories of dad and, all of them from back in the day, I'm like, oh dear God, like, you had to do all that and they made you do all that. And dad's like, yeah, y'all got it easy. Like, which I wouldn't say easy. It's a different kind of, because I mean, now they didn't have to compete with social media. We compete with social media where everyone's putting out videos every day, viewership, people are becoming famous overnight. They didn't have that back then. So I'm
Not only that, but they didn't have the opportunity to get online and do what we're doing right now. They actually had to travel when they were doing podcasts or radio shows.
Of all the tools that are available to an artist, and yes, we could talk about how it's also, flooded the market, but the industry, the labels don't have the hold of power that they once did back then. I mean, you're proof of that. You can DIY it if you want.
I love it. And I love the freedom because, and sometimes, as an independent artist, you'll go back and forth. Like, sometimes you want a label and then you'll just hear the horror stories or you'll hear what's going on with other people in the industry or people that are with a label. And it's just like, oh my goodness gracious. Like, that's crazy. And I've had other people who are with labels who are like, Tyler, they're like, just wait. They're like, keep doing what you're doing right now. Trust me, you have way more freedom. You have way more creative control. Keep doing what you're doing. So I'm like, okay, you ain't got to tell me. I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing.
Yeah. That's the one question I've asked a lot of artists, and I honestly haven't gotten a good answer yet, is what's the label we're going to give you? Because a lot of the tools that they're using behind the scenes say promotions are the same tools that you can use as an independent. It seems like it boils down to relationships, but even then, you can build your own relationships.
And most of the time too, like managers and management companies, they now have everything in house that a label would have. They have the social media person, they have the banking person, they have everything that a label would have. So it's like, really, you would think the labels would want to cut a better deal or do something to.
So to answer your question, Tina, I mean that could be part of it. The labels don't have the power to push people around like they once did.
Well, probably very true. Mm-hmm.
Oh.
No pushing anybody around. You're not pushing Tyler around, that's for
Nah.
sure. I'll tell you that right now. Hey, so let me talk about the latest single, Blood Money. Now, the interesting thing about Blood Money, before this interview started and we were offline, we were talking about movies, cinematic plot twists, darker themes. Blood Money really taps into that. It's got a very cinematic feel to it. Are you starting to get into a world where you're going to bridge the world of like almost soundtrack? Like you could almost write a soundtrack, it seems.
That's funny that you said that because that song, particular Blood Bunny, we've actually pitched to several different movie companies and stuff because they're like, oh my gosh, like that sounds like something from maybe like a Taylor Sheridan show or something. So that's funny that you said that. I mean, yeah, definitely. That's something I could see doing. I love cinema. I used to act when I was younger. I've actually recently been kind of going back and forth on whether to get back into it. But yeah, I could definitely see me possibly doing a soundtrack or writing a soundtrack.
Like you could play op, you could play. I'm sorry, Tina. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm a Georgia girl.
Georgia girl. It's funny, Tina. Just so you know, the last time she was here, we were talking about that because her dad famously, basically, I think when he was talking to you, Tyler said you don't have to do the whole Nashville deal. You could stay in Georgia, and a lot of great artists have stayed in Nashville. I mean, in Georgia, and made a career like John Barry.
Love Corey. Absolutely, I love Corey.
Yes.
That's my buddy right there. But no, he's absolutely right. And Dad. I mean, Dad worded to me perfectly out of high school too. Because I mean, out of high school, I mean, I was like, everyone was offering, and I'm like, shoot, why not? And Dad's like, why would you want to go somewhere where everyone's doing the exact same thing as you? He goes, you'd be a little fish in a big pond with everybody doing basically the same thing. He goes, why wouldn't you want to stay, grow out of where your home is, go to all these other places and build your fan base? And he goes, and be the big fish in the little ponds. And I'm like, that makes a lot of sense. He is a wise man. He is. And sometimes I don't want to listen. He does. And sometimes I don't want to listen. And sometimes he's so.
That's the best. Yeah, well, you're just my dad.
Tyler, there's still time. When you get to be our age, you'll look back and go, man, my parents were right.
It now, and I hate that I'm already saying it. I thought I'd get older, and I'm like, they kept telling me when I hit this age, X, Y, and Z would happen. Now I'm like, okay, maybe you were right. Just
I'm still waiting for my girls to reach that point.
Right?
sometimes.
Tyler, I want to ask you too about on this. One of the big things that we're really big on here, like with all of us collectively, is the hook or the thing in the song that makes you go, oh, okay, this is the song. And it makes you kind of sit back and want to play it over and over again. I'll start with your EP here so far, like when you wrote it or were listening to it. You were mentioning, we were talking about You Lost Me, and you said you really felt the connection. But on this, what song hooked you, or when you were taking part in it, where you had that moment where you're like, oh,
For
or one that really just
for
spoke
Blood
to you?
Money, or out of all the songs?
On the whole this EP coming up, Wild at Heart.
Like which song really spoke to me out of all of them?
Yeah, if you were to ask somebody to go, if I were to listen to your EP, what's the hook? Like, what song had the hook in it? If you were to give somebody says, oh, we get to this part, this is the part in the song.
Oh gosh,
do you have one?
That's a tough one.
I'm putting you on the spot.
Know.
Well, how about that? Let's do this, Tyler, without your own. How about just outside of your music? What's a song that when you heard it come on and you went, whoa, and it made you take back and go, oh, I got to hear this
Oh God,
part
that's
again?
I feel like with me, that's a different song. Like every week, either TikTok or something showing me some new song that I'm that annoying person. Like especially if I'm in the car by myself, that song's getting worn out within the first day.
You're like me.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I'll repeat. I'm not like,
if it's, and sometimes for me it's different. Sometimes it's the melody. I'm like, oh, I got to hear that melody again, or it's the chorus, or it's maybe this one part in the verse, but I'll hear the whole thing.
you
How
know what
about a song
song?
that you hear? Like, you can like a song, but I'm sure there's been songs that you've heard where you're like, damn it, that should have been mine.
Oh, what was it? I heard it the other day and I was like, should have walked out, but it's a little too late to do the right thing now. Tanya Tucker. I heard that song the other day. I was like, that should dang gone it, that should have been mine. That was a good one. And I just love her.
That was like, it's funny. That's like with John Barry when I was interviewing him, and he said, "Your love amazes me." That it was actually Tanya. You go Tanya. It's Tanya Tucker, right? Tanya or Tanya? Tanya Tucker, right? She originally had the first choice to that song, and she passed on it for her album. That's how John got it. He was like, "Oh my God, she passed it." And he goes, to this day, she'll keep saying,
That
"I should have
happens.
taken
I mean,
this."
that does.
You know, Cheap Trick's The Flame. That was supposed to go to Chicago.
Oh,
We'll see. How about
that would have been interesting.
Yeah, well, that's so. You just said it best, though. I'm very much the same way. I'm so bad that there's a part in a song. Like, let's just say there's that switches to halftime in a song, and I have to play it over and over again. Where a song the cadence just drops, and you're like, oh my God, and you got to get that.
Oh, I can tell you I just remembered it. I can tell you the most recent song that I've been playing on repeat. Did y'all see the movie Sinners?
No,
y'all didn't see it with Michael B. Jordan, and it was like the vampire. Okay. It was kind of like, because mom and dad watched it first and they were like, you got to watch it, it's good. And mom was like, mom's not a big fan of musicals or anything, but dad doesn't really mind them. So dad was like, mom goes, it's a musical, I didn't like it. And dad goes, it wasn't bad, and the music was bluesy, so I could tell why dad liked it. But it got to one part where my brother is so funny, Tristan, because he always is listening to like Irish, bar songs or like Viking ship songs going out to war, sea shanties. and all that kind of crazy stuff. So it was actually funny because Tristan yelled at me because he had played me this song weeks prior, and I was sitting back and I was like, Tristan, I was like, this is one of your stupid songs. I was like, I don't want to hear it. And he was like, no, it's from this movie Sinners. And I was like, yeah. Meanwhile, I watched the movie and then the song comes on and I was like, hold up. And Tristan got so mad. I think it was like a week later, he came to my car and I was blaring it in the car. And I was like, oh my God, have you heard this song? He's like, you idiot. I showed you this song before you even watched the movie. I was like, always. I was like, oh my God. But then I thought about it. I was like, oh my God, he did show me this song. I completely forgot. But it's Rocky Road to Dublin. That's what it's called. But it's such like a fun, like it just gets you just want to jig. You just want to dance.
I love that.
Rocky Road to Dublin. I was like, all right, you idiot. I was like, this is actually a good one. Leave me alone.
Is he younger or older?
Younger. I'm the oldest.
Okay. Are you the oldest? That's fun.
So now I'm going to circle back to Tyler on the question. And then Tina, if you want to pull out a song story question as well, because Tyler's on a roll here. So now looking at your EP, if you had to tell somebody, what's the part or a part in a song where you'd go, oh my God, this would really kind of just will hit you and hook you in? Like a trailer, like if you had to put a trailer together for a movie.
Oh gosh.
What's the one that you'd go to bait somebody in?
I think honestly it'd be Blood Money. Blood Money. I think that's out on the EP. Like that's my favorite so far. I'm obsessed with that song. I think
it's the storytelling in it too. The greedy sheriff.
I swear, I think that's why I like it because I grew up singing songs like Fancy and Lights Went Out, and like storytelling songs. And when I heard that one, I was like, ooh, and I loved the story. So yeah, I think that's.
Do you want to know something? All right, speaking of which, okay, there's a song that I don't think anybody's ever really sat down like me and just dissected the lyrics to where it's a song that for years I'd listened to it. It never made me cry until the day I dissected the lyrics. And it's Brandy, You're a Fine Girl. You know that song?
No.
And the sailors say, Brandy, you're a fine girl. What a good wife you would be. You never heard that? Oh, okay.
You watch
from the
Guardians
70s.
of the Galaxy?
Yes.
It's on the second one when I think it's one of the early songs. Anyways, yeah, you've heard it. If you pull it up, you'll recognize it.
But I don't know it.
It's by a band called Looking Glass,
okay.
Right? Now, I want you to look and just listen because it's all about basically a woman that works on a seaport and for all the sailors that come in and out. She's a bartender and she's serving all the sailors. And they all think she's beautiful and you'd make a great wife someday to somebody. That's what they all keep saying to her. But there's one sailor in particular who, when he comes, she's hooked on. He gave her something. And when the bridge hits, and it just basically talks about that she's so locked in on this storytelling that she feels the oceans rise and fall just by him telling the story. She can feel everything in his thing. So she's alone and she stays alone because she's in love with this sailor, even though he says, I can't be with you because I belong to the sea.
Oh, I just have chills.
Oh my God. Oh, I know. So all these years I listen to the song, you're like, oh, it's very catchy and hooky and poppy. But then when you hear the story of this woman that's just like in a love that she can't have, but she loves him anyway.
For me, actually, this was recently, a couple months ago, Bob Seger's Night Moves. I've heard the song probably 1,000 times over my life, and then I'm driving one day and I'm just listening. And maybe it's because of my age. All of a sudden it resonated with me differently. It's like, oh my God, I get it. I love the song.
Yeah.
Just took 40 years. What's that?
So that's pretty much how every Bruce Springsteen song is for me. Stuff that I didn't get until I got to experience life a little bit more. And then I'm like, oh, I get that.
I will. You want to know something, Tyler, that'll make me cry from a Bruce Springsteen song? Is the song Jungle Land. You ever hear that song?
So.
All right, you better write these down.
This
is your homework.
I'm making. No, afterwards.
So there's a song. He's on his Born to Run album. He's got a song called Jungle Land. And what kills me is Clarence Clemens' saxophone. Like the music's great, but then Clarence's sax comes in, and I remember one day I was sitting and I just started bawling. There's no words. It's just how he emotes the saxophone. It affects me every single
Sometimes
time,
you
and it's
don't
just
even
the
need words.
sax.
Let's throw Iron Maiden's "The Trooper" in there.
That affects you, Dean?
It's a great story song.
It is a great story. Oh yeah, you got a good
Speaking of
point.
story songs, we got our song story deck.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's play this with Tyler.
Okay, so this is something that we make here at Press Play, and you're gonna get a deck. We're gonna get you some information after the show. We're gonna
mail this
your
to
deck,
you.
but it's a really fun coffee table.
You can play it with the Tritt family at the family gathering.
Right. Or you can pick a friend. I've stayed up many, many nights just playing back and forth, answering these questions and actually playing the songs. So I gotta put my readers on because I'm old. So hang tight with me. Let's see. I'm going to be picky.
She's not playing the game right. She's supposed to shuffle and just pull.
I am. Okay, fine. I'll shuffle them. And then we'll just pick random.
Yeah, it's got to be a random question for Tyler.
All right. Okay, random question. Okay, are you ready?
Nothing. Yeah, go ahead.
All right. Whose music are you loving that you just discovered?
Ooh. Oh, where's my phone? I don't know where it is. I could tell you if I had it, if I had my phone on me. Who is someone I just...
Is it country, pop?
It's actually
rock?
pop. It's pop. I've been diving down. I was like, I think it's Sabrina Carpenter. I'm really sure it's Sabrina. I want to say it's Sabrina Carpenter.
Oh, she's like the next to Taylor is the biggest pop star on the planet right now.
Well, I heard, and I think it was Taste or something, and then I started diving down, like just going through and listening to her songs, and I just saw she did like an Opry debut. So I mean, I've just been diving down her rabbit holes, and I saw her, what was it? Her Tiny Desk.
Yeah, those are great.
Oh my! And she was she's an amazing vocalist. So naturally, I mean, I was intrigued. So I mean, I've been diving down her rabbit hole for like the past week.
Carpenter. There it is. You heard it first.
You know what's great is the amount of women that are putting out incredible music. You know, there used to be a time where it was just like all men driven, all male driven. There's a lot. Like yourself, they're just coming out with amazing. Have you heard Lola Young?
No.
And that song Messy? Okay. Messy. That it's all about, she was in obviously a narcissistic abusive relationship, but it's the way she I mean, it's like she took all her pain and what she was feeling and frustration and just dumped it into a song. And it's incredible.
Messy. I don't know.
It's all about, right. Like she just like, she can never be perfect for the guy. Like if she tries to change her way, he'll find this other thing about her that's wrong. So she's just messy. It's basically the whole theme of the song.
Okay. I hope everyone's remembering these, because afterwards I'm gonna be like, all right, what were the songs? There's 3 right now. There's 3. I remember that. There's 3.
Well, let's bring it back to you now. So you said Blood Money is the one.
I'm thinking so.
Have you, as you continue to create or collaborate, is there one down the pike that is also you're excited about? We got this, and we're excited about this.
I'm excited. I mean, I'm excited about all of them. But not, or what's it called? The ones that are coming out next year. There's a few that I'm specifically looking forward to and very excited to releasing. I mean, I've been writing like crazy this year and in and out of the studio. I mean, this is the most releases I've ever done. I love every single release we've put out. But I mean, there is a few that will be out next year that I'm particularly very, very excited about.
Is your dad guiding any of this, like helping you in the studio and doing all that stuff? Or are you like, stay over there, you're my dad?
Listen to like demos, and when if we go write a song or if somebody pitches a song, I'll let him listen to it. Well, I think I've even stopped letting him listen to pitch songs because now I'm like, because I know my dad, I'm like, okay, he's not going to hear this. He needs to hear me, with me singing it, with my voice on it. Because there's been a few he's listened to where he's like, I don't know about that. And then I'll sing the exact same song because I liked it. And dad's like, oh, I really like that song. I'm like, mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. I'm like, but you didn't. I'm like, but all right. But yeah, no, I'll let him, I ask him for advice. I ask him questions, but for the most part, he's like, this is your deal. You can handle all this because
That's awesome.
I didn't have really anybody helping me. He's like, I'll give you whatever advice, but other than that, he's like, you're on your own.
That's
That's
beautiful.
kind of good. That's fantastic, actually. That's good parenting. Let him know I said so.
What would you do? What would you do, Tyler, if you could have a music video with Charlie Hoon a minute opposite you? Would you be able to make it through it?
Probably not. Probably
I didn't think so.
but just the thought.
Look how giddy.
I'm
Look how giddy.
blushing. Like I'm actually, I really like. I'd have to get it together because I mean it's Charlie Hunnam. Like I'd have to freak out like in private. But then when I'd see him,
We got to make this happen, Tina. We got to make it happen where he's in a video with
maybe
Tina.
for the Blood Money music video, man. You know what? He can. We could do like a little Bonnie and Clyde thing. You know, he could be Clyde.
Oh, you like that kissing scene? We got to repeat that like 10
Yeah,
more times.
we got to keep doing that over and over again.
Dad, you can't watch the Blood Money video.
No. He knows though that's
Please.
my husband, so he can be. I mean, no dad would want to watch that, but I mean, he knows that's. So I think deep down he'd have to be happy for me, but he'd be like, okay, hey,
no. Another question I wanted to ask you: you opened for, was it just one show that you opened for Sheryl Crow, or did you do a series of shows?
One show, but it was really really fun.
One,
mm-hmm.
Right. So what did you learn anything from that experience, or did you gain anything for just one performance with like somebody like Sheryl Crow?
I mean, I was really young. I remember it was for a benefit fundraiser type thing. But I mean, I was just so nervous, even just to be in the same room with her. But she was so nice, and I was up before her, thank you God. But it was also absolutely nerve wracking because I'm like, Sheryl Crow's on right after me. So, I mean, but it was amazing. And then just meeting her and talking to her, like she was so sweet. She was so down to earth. And yeah, I mean, it definitely was a character growth like it was a step in my career. Cause that was definitely a bigger event for me being younger, but it was fun.
Well, I can tell you that, I am excited. I want everyone to hear this EP. Now, there's a few songs I have not heard yet off the EP, as a matter of fact.
We just dropped today that we're teasing our next release. It's coming out soon,
So I have not heard Wasted Drink or Smoke yet.
Oh, yep. The next
I've heard You Lost Me, Blood Money, and Another High is a beautiful song too. I love that song.
I thought so too. Thank you.
Yeah, and I noticed Blood Money and Another High, Kenzie Coppin is credited on both of those.
Mm-hmm. Kenzie Coppin, yep.
Or Kenzie Coppin. Sorry, what did I say? Sorry, Kenzie. So, have you been part of a write yet?
Oh,
where you actually get to be in a write.
So that's the funny thing is all these songs that have been pitched to me, they were pitched while we were all in the writing room writing. So that's usually
how come I don't see your name on the credits?
Well, no.
You
should I wasn't in the room when they wrote that one. We were actually, me, Kenzie, and several others were together in the room for a write, and Lee Tucker actually pitched it to me and was like, hey, I think you would crush this song. See if you like it. I listened to it, reached out to all of them and was like, hey, y'all, I love the song. Would love to cut it. And, Kenzie, all of them messaged me back. They were like, absolutely, take it. It's yours. We're so glad that you want to cut it. And yeah, no, that's literally how it's been. every time. Like we write a banger, and then but while we're in there writing a great song, they're pitching me other songs. And if I hear or can you because then they know my style, they know what I like, so they're like,
Right.
"Hey, I wrote this with so and so. I think you'd really like it." I have people email me, like, "Hey, I think this is a song, you'd really like it." And I've always been one too, like I don't mind taking other songs. Like I love writing. I love it. But I mean, Dad's biggest hit, Great Day to Be Alive, he never wrote it. George Strait, he didn't barely wrote any of his hits, and there's so many untapped songs and untapped songwriters that they just have briefcases or suitcases of songs just sitting there gathering dust, and
Yeah.
no one wants to cut them and no one wants to do anything with them. And I'm like, there's always time to add songs that I've co-wrote thrown in there, but I'm like, I got to snatch these up or somebody else is going to take them if they got
That's
the right mind.
beautiful the way to put it. Beautiful way to put it. There's so much out there, and if it speaks to you, it's you might as well have written it.
Exactly.
No, I love that. Two other things before I let you go. I know you're busy. Now Smoke has involvement with Lee Bryce,
That's my buddy.
which is really wild. That's your buddy.
Sarah's really my buddy, but Lee's my buddy.
So Smoke, what drew you to Smoke?
Well, Sarah actually pitched me that song when we were in a write together, and she was like, when we were talking about what songs we were writing that day, she's like, what are you looking for? What are you into? I'm like, I really love like the 90s meets now vibe. I was telling her about my inspirations, and she was like, oh my God, Tyler. She was like, I have a song that I think would be perfect for you. And she proceeds to play Smoke. And I just remember listening to it, and I was like, oh my gosh, the story that she was telling, and it was just such a motivational and like strong girl, like, yeah, all I'm leaving is a dust of smoke. Like that's all is a long trail of smoke. Like I don't need you. He wakes up, she's gone type thing. I was like, oh yeah, like it's just a very strong girl song, and I that's what made me fall in love with it. I heard the first verse and the chorus, I was hooked. I looked at her, I was like, yeah, yep, uh-huh.
I love that.
I did. I sent it to her right when I told her that we were recording it. I messaged her and I was like, hey, just letting you know I'm about to go in the studio and cut it. And she was so excited. And then I remember when I sent it to her, she was like, oh my God, I can't believe it. It sounds so great. So yeah, I'm really excited about that one.
I love that. I love that. How far are you from LaPorte, Tina? LaPorte, Indiana.
Not too far.
Tyler's going to be there October 24th.
Really? Oh my
The
God.
LaPorte Civic Auditorium.
All right.
Can you put Tina on the list, Tyler?
Oh, wait, the 24th. I think
October
I
24th.
heard that one was canceled, I think.
Oh, no.
I think so.
You're not coming to Indiana
now? Not anymore. I was going to, but I can't remember what happened. But I think it was canceled or rescheduled.
What is interesting?
Well, it's up by Chicago, and they're having some issues up there right now, so that might be why.
That could be Peachtree, because you'll be in Peachtree. Oh, these are past dates. I'm sorry. That was all in September.
November 8th, I'll be in Vegas. I think I have a show.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm excited about that one. That'll be fun.
Where are you playing there?
At Prim Valley Casino, I believe it's called.
Girl, look at that.
Yeah, I'm excited. Yeah, we just booked that.
Now, Tina saw the Eagles at the Sphere.
Oh, I want to go to the Sphere. How was that?
So good, honey. But if you get like motion sickness, please take some Dramamine. But it was, I mean, I love the Eagles anyway. Like, Eagles. So that was the ultimate experience. It was amazing. Go while you're there.
From the Sphere, I'm like, oh my God, a concert.
Get in the second level, just so you know. You want to be not on the floor. You don't want to be at the top. You want to be in the middle. And perfect. Yep.
Tyler, when are you going to be in Vegas?
November 8th.
Mm-hmm.
November 8th.
Gosh, I wish I
Oh,
could
I
meet
see
you there.
something.
We'd go to I think the Eagles. Well, I don't know who's playing at the Sphere right now. It might be Backstreet Boys.
Well, I'm going to look right now. Well, and New Kids is coming. New Kids on the Block.
Oh, I like New Kids on the Block.
Well, I don't know if they're playing the Sphere though, but
Oh.
I don't know if they're playing the Sphere.
I would have loved to see the Backstreet Boys at the Sphere. That would have been fun too.
Yeah, we saw the Backstreet Boys, me and my friend Blair, the last time they were here in Georgia. They put on a great show. I'd go see them.
What is this? I see. What is No Doubt is playing? So No Doubt is playing the Sphere next May.
Oh,
Zach Brown Band is doing the Sphere. That's interesting.
yeah.
December 5th through January 17th is the Zach Brown Band there.
Who's doing it in November when she's there, though? Are you going to get some time off, Tyler, to hang out in Vegas?
I hope so. My brother was talking about wanting to come up with him a few days earlier. I think going shooting with a bunch of his friends, like YouTubers and stuff. So I think we're going to go out and shoot and have a good time. But we made a deal. I go, if I come out with you for that, I go, you're staying with me in Vegas till my show. I'm not staying there by myself. He's like, okay, fine, deal. So.
Yeah.
I'm looking right now.
I feel like
the Eagles. So the Eagles are playing there until February 28th.
Yeah, I know that they extended their show. They were selling out, sell out. It was crazy. I waited in line forever just to get a ticket.
So it sounds like, Tyler, that you'd have a chance to see the Eagles at the Sphere yourself.
Love that. I would absolutely. Hey, maybe on one of the
and the Wizard of Oz.
I've seen. Okay, that's what I've been seeing on like Instagram Reel and TikTok clips is people going to see the Wizard of Oz, and it's like 4D with the tornado and the. Yeah, I'd like
that. There you go. See that? One day it'll be a Tyler Reese Tritt residency.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's right.
Oh, I could say I knew her then. And she'd be like, "Who?
Always.
Who's Don and Tina?"
I'd be like, "Nah, bring them back here. Let's party. Let's go. Let's go."
Oh, girl.
The more the merrier.
Oh, I'm ready.
The more the merrier.
You think you're wild at heart? Look out.
Let's go. Come on.
Let's go. Let's go, girl. All right. Well, I guess Dean, I don't know what happened there. He never got back in. Oh, I hope he didn't try to reconnect and I didn't let him in. No, I don't see him in the room. I don't know what happened. But as always, it's been a blast, Tyler, and we will obviously be featuring your music, and then once a new set comes out, we want you back as always.
I'd love to.
So,
of course.
Thank you so much
for having me back. Absolutely, thank y'all.
Yeah, well,
it's young artists blossoming. It is so fun, so fun.
Thank you.
And if you could stay on for a moment, there's just a couple things. I'm just gonna say good night, but stay. Don't.
Good night, but stay.
Thanks everyone for watching on Press Play Conversations. We'll be back with more. Thank you, Tyler Reese Tritt.
Thank y'all for having me.